Well, it was about time for the Hotpoint WD64 Aquarius Extra Washer Dryer to have her next video, because it's July. She's filmed once every 3 months. What better with a drying cycle, but she's sitting in the bedroom where all the machines are kept. And you're watching Florence Ballard A3060 on film. Yeah, you heard that right. So basically, I tried some sort of method earlier today to use the Hoover A3060 in here. So I've got this metal bin from B&Q, holds 80 litres, and I've got the hose pipe set up to go to the shower. Didn't work with the machine because that can't hold tons of water. It drips out the bottom very slowly, and one rinse cycle from the A3060 filled half of that. So I thought one machine we can use it on is the WD64, because I hate having to keep bringing this in the bathroom and leaving it there. So I thought we could do that. And then, yeah, all the machines. I am going to do a video of all the machines in the collection at some point, because they're all here. The Bosch is here, just waiting to be sold, because the Indesit went this morning. So, well, this morning's afternoon. No, is it this morning? Yes, sort of afternoon. So yeah, going to dry some towels that I just washed in the Hoover A3060. No video done of her because there's nothing I can really film on that machine now. Bit of an update on something though. Thanks to Laundry Guy 1500 and this app called SoundTac, it uses it's used to measure engine RPM, and it uses vibration and sound. We have established that this machine doesn't spin at 1300, she spins at 1450 RPM. So that does match the vibration and everything we're saying. AG hits 1800 bang on, so a certain person who's at it 1730. A bit more accurate on that. We will do a thing of putting a tacho disc on them at some point. The tacho guns don't bother with these bloody things because, where is it? I don't know where the one I've got is, but it's in here somewhere. But I've got one that you point at the machine, it didn't even measure anything. W Classic hits 1412 by sound. This hits 1050 and then slowly climbs up more, but the seal on that is causing the drum to slow down a bit. We are where the A3060 overclocks on the 800 bar. It's not actually 800, she hits 950. So I thought the vibration sounded a bit different there. But yeah, it's the Creed, that's where they all are. So I thought it'd be nice to have this because the dryer will only pump little bits of water out. So I thought we'll do that and see what happens really, yeah. And then at least I can focus on having all the other machines elsewhere and not have to worry about, you know, anything else. So yeah, let's see how we go with that. I like the cosy, intimate feel of this room with all the machines. It's solid floor in a way. I'm going to be naughty, and I haven't ever used one of these in the WD64, I don't think. Using a dryer sheet from Tesco Spring Fresh. They came with that compact dryer I once got. So I don't know how little we can. Oh, that's perfectly sized load there. There we go. Okay. So I've not done a drying cycle only because this machine's on the dolly board. I'm not going to enable the thermo spin. If she has it on the board next time, I will. Also, I want to ask anyone before we continue: is anyone interested in the Millie W Classic? Because I want to get rid of her because I might try and get a WDA110. Apparently, speaking to a YouTuber on here who has a WDA110, he says his machine cuts down time and also doesn't seem very sensitive with balancing. So, obviously, if I'm going to get rid of her, I do trades with machines, so up to you if you want to do that. I know that it's quite hard to find a machine for me because a lot of people don't have machines as old as I'm looking for. You know, understandably, but I'm just saying if anyone wants her, I am willing to trade, so that way people don't have to pay for her. I paid 80 for her, which is only bloody cheap for a Miele. I have had a fumble around. I am going to maybe try and run her. I'm not saying 100% we're selling her. I might give her a test, even though she is decommissioned from use because the bloody door seal is rubbing on the drum. So I might run this through every single. I might just get a test load of like 3 towels and just run this through every single bloody cycle and see. I notice people use short with the machine, but I think because mine's the Eco Comfort model, that might be why this machine doesn't do it. Maybe it's the WD, because the WDA110 is a non-Eco model, so I'm maybe thinking that could be why. But there's a YouTuber on here called Millie W Classic, really nice person, who said he is going to film the machine cutting the time down. Even Chris's one that he's got his parents didn't seem to give a damn about balancing, so I'm going to see what happens. There was a WDA... There was one recently. I don't know what it was. Anyway, we'll get started on this. So what we do, she's on the dryer already, but just for the sake of me with videos, I like to turn the dial so you guys get to hear that. Spin. Okay. So for towels, roughly do about all the way through the synthetics. They've been spun at 1100 RPM for 2 minutes. So we're going to do about 80 minutes we'll do right there. No spin because we don't want the thermo spin enabled, because otherwise this thing will just shake, rattle and roll. Should probably beat up poor Raven there. But yeah, alright, so without further ado, lets me go and start the water up. Right. Hoses are expanding underneath us. Right, let's go. And you'll hear the sound trickling into the bin. Oh, the whole mic dim there. I just enjoy this video of this machine drying. Oh, let's... Is that open? There you go, that's the machine draining out some of the water. This room's about to get awfully hot, but at least we've got a fan here for that. So she'll do what we do when we don't enable the spin. We just do distribution drying like the newer ones, yeah. I'm scared that's going to overfill. That's a lot of water popping out of that. I might have to stop this at some point, like, yeah. So I thought, being a washer dryer, the benefit is that you can do a drying cycle only. So this is the high heat drying, and at some point we'll do the synthetics drying. I'm a little bit scared about how quickly that's going to fill up, you know. Hope I'm not making anyone want to use the toilet at the moment. That sound. You can sort of hear the chugging in that water. It's starting to get hot now. I can smell the burning off this bowl. It's so hot. Yeah, I can feel how hot that's getting right there. These washer dryers, they get hot very, very quickly. Oh, that rag there that's brown, by the way, that's oil from my car. Well, that tops up our oil. That is a lot of water coming out of that, bloody hell. You see, we do nice long tumbles. That just shows you how much water these machines use though. Most of that's going through the condenser now. That shows you how wasteful of water though washer dryers really are. We're getting hotter now.
don't think many people have done the drying only of these, so I thought I'll add one on here. This is what the machine does when there's no thermospin spin selected. We just distribute, see? I think this dries a lot better, so it does kind of look like the WD420 and the 440, the replacement series did. Distributes, lets all the heat go in. If you see at the back of the drum there, it's got like an indecent dent in the drum, that's what Charlie was saying. It's not filled up too much yet, that is, thank God, but I'm going to be careful because I'll have to move everything out to get to that. What you'll feel is that the the water coming out's getting warm now. That's 20 minutes in now. And yeah, she's getting hot now. Good idea this was, yeah. I was going to use a water butt instead, but they wouldn't be able to cope with hot water being pumped in. Yeah, that's a lot of water that gets used up here. And that's what we do, we just use distribution for the whole time of what the spin would have been. If I turn that to 400, I don't think we'll do a spin. No, we don't. We can't turn up the spin on this. No. Just keep on no spin and just let her distribute. Yeah. There you go. And now we stop. And we're back to tumbling. See? That's good because it helps let all the air go through the centre of the hose, yeah. Well, load, yes, that's nice, hot, soft, fluffy towels. This is when we really start getting hot now. The whole machine will get nice and hot, yeah. Water's pouring out, that is unbelievable. We'll start seeing some fluff in there soon as well. It's an eye opener though to tell you how much water these do waste. So we're about another sort of 20 minutes through, and already I'm seeing the towels are much drier. So it shows. Oh God, I'm having a freaking nosebleed at the moment. Sorry about that, guys. I don't want you to see that. Don't know why. Must be the heat, like some heat change or something. God, that's not too bad. Not that yet. Yeah, I think it's about a third full, so yeah, it's the Millie next to her, Raven. We'll see what we can do with that. Maybe I will drag her out and she's on every bloody cycle for the whole. Bloody hell. You know what though, this room's getting nice and warm, and I've got a vent actually a low carbon fan in the corner. Every room in here's got a fan in it. Nice that they're using now. So what I'll do with that bin is put it on a dolly board. I can go out here. Stuff it on a dolly board like this, and just wheel them out when that's, so I'll probably move the Bosch out. But that is Actually, let's have a look at something here. Let's get the old gun out. So we've got, so the cabinet of the machine is about 40 degrees. Or it's up to about 51 there. Oh, good news. I might have found a laundrette nearby with launch spin JLAs. So I'm going to have a look at it Wednesday and Thursday when I've got some days off. We've got my days off. Right, we're coming up to about 78 up there. Obviously measuring that through the door glass though. About 80 there. I measured the side of the machine because that's hot. 42 at the side. Oh, that's a bit more. 48. Yeah, it's about 48.50 at the side. Dryer duct's about, oh, I can't measure into the dryer duct itself because the seal's in the way, but what about the drum rim? The load itself is about, yeah, so that's really getting hot. Yeah, it's about 85, 86 on the bit of seal that goes over the dryer duct, so the dryer duct itself will be in the hundreds. Because remember, washer dryers, especially these older ones, have to get absolute, like, they have got to get like thermonuclear hot. I would love more washer dryers though. Something slightly bigger capacity would be good. I don't know what though. Maloney service washer dryer would be nice. So I did see a 1500 one before, but never managed to get it. It's a shame because it was over here actually. It was in the northern quarter of Manchester. But I hadn't had everything moved up here yet at the time, so I wasn't able to get a van. It was an M9505 Easy Logic 1500 water dryer. But secretly, we do have 1,450 RPM machine. Shame they never did like 1300 versions of this range. There we are. Okay, we're on the cool down now, and the bin's about half full, nearly, so yeah. Just on the cool down now, final 10-minute cool down, that's it. I think those towels will come up nice and soft. I'll empty that. What I use to empty that, because you can't lift that, it's too heavy, I use the Creed drain hose, and I use like a siphon to get it going, and I just basically drain from that. Towels are very soft now, which is good. Poor me. Trying to feel if that's like warm in any way. Neither is, yeah. There's the Bosch sitting next to us. See, like I said, so at the moment they're arranging an order of what they came into the collection as, so yeah. But either way, these two always end up together because either there's nothing to cover between. If the Bosch behind was in the collection, it would bridge the gap between 2004 and 2015. But there's nothing to bridge that gap at the moment, so. And there we go. So I just thought it was a nice little thing to film a drying cycle. That's the high heat dry. The next one I will do with the thermo spin. That is on top of the machine, if you did notice, that is a Remington Vic-Vac from the 80s. Mine doesn't have battery in, I think, or charger. I don't have the charging cable. Whereas Ibasiak's got one, but he doesn't have. He has the charging cable, but his battery doesn't work. So it's like, yeah. There you go. You can tell everything's more fluffier in there now. We're finished. Oh, this room is so hot right now, but done pretty well actually. The A36, oh, they are dry just right. There's a tiny bit of dampness, but that'll be good for storing them away. Yes. Okay, I'm going to put that on a rinse and spin, and then God save the king when I try to move that. So let's go around some on a rinse, super rinse, and I don't select any spin with that. Or 4, maybe 500 spin I'll do. So that'll do that. Yeah. Alright guys, so that was the Hotpoint WD64 Aquarius Extra Washer Dryer. It's a silver colour of course, aka Millie. Drying a load of towels from the Hoover A3060 Electronic 1100. So the favourite washing machine and favourite washer dryer basically. Yeah, on the full heat drying at 80 minutes roughly that was, and now just doing a rinse and spin to clear out all the fluff. She's filmed once every 3 months. That just keeps everything fresh and means I pretty much can keep her going for as long as possible, because she did her first wash in this place. She was the very first one who got used here. But yeah, I'll do a video where we go around the entire collection and spend explaining everything about what's going on, what the story behind each machine was. That's why they are currently in order of collection, of how they came in, and then I'll move all that around again. Thank you very much for watching guys, and don't forget to keep it supreme and go with the flow.